I hate when it does that, chat. I'm here. I hate when it does that. I need to set my entry screen to not reset that clock. It like jukes people out and people think I'm gonna give it like another 10 minutes. I promise it's not gonna be that long. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Where are we? What's up, Theremin? Greetings, everyone. And Tech Nasty up in chat? What's good, brother? How you doing, Matt? When am I gonna see the Pandemonium build? Oh, whenever you want to shell out some money for a real keyboard, that's when you're gonna see that build. I have plenty of builds myself that could qualify for that. Here we go. Here's my Pandemonium keycap of choice. There you go, Matt. I don't know if you're even still here, but there you go, brother. There's a panda for you. Yeah, we got the Saitama shirt. Oh, so yeah, how is everything sounding here, chat? Are we doing good? I'm gonna turn music down in my headphones just a little too loud there. Lighting look okay. I think we're looking all right. Hair's looking pretty good. Oh, what's up, Matt? I was just showing chat the. I was just showing you the Panda keycap. I already have a Panda keycap, and I've got plenty of keyboard builds that could be construed as a Pandemonium build. I said, whenever you want to see a Pandemonium build for yourself, you just have to send out some doubloons. Shift over some schmeckles my way and I'll build you something. But yeah, good to see you, brother. That's what I was saying a minute ago. Always good to see one of the OG homies up in chat. So yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. How is everyone doing? I made a classic mistake here and I'm missing my sports ball game to stream some keyboards. It's all good though. We're having some fun. Take a look at this. I know I'm just jumping right into it. I'll probably show this throughout. Oh, question, chat too. Am I fading out and fading back in as I do my transitions here, or is the audio staying consistent? I'm curious on that. I made a change in the transition. Okay, good. Yeah, I just switched that transition up. It was a pretty simple thing. I figured the transition is kind of a pain in the butt because doing this and then kind of, going in for the meme, probably don't want to have my audio levels changing as I do this kind of shit. So Theremin, I'm not sure if this is, admittedly, I'm not sure if this is how this thing is going to ship, but let me show you a little something here. And of course I have the box lid. I have the box lower stacked within the box lid, which is not good. I hope I don't lose all the switches. I actually tuned the switches up tonight on this box. Here, let me get rid of this. I tuned them up right on this box, which was kind of cool. What is a desk mat? This is the desk mat that is going to be going with the Eru TKL. And so, if you guys didn't catch that build stream from a week ago, definitely something to look out for. If you do !build, you can get all the info from the same website that these switches are going to be on. So helix.site is where you're going to want to go, and they are getting everything working. So hopefully you don't have any issues in checkout. You know, if you do, feel free to slide into DMs, and I can maybe get you sorted out if you're looking for anything that you don't see. But anyways, the TTC keyboard switch is a Chinese manufactured switch. TTC key switch, micro switch, encoder. So it looks like they're doing a couple things over at TTC. The soul of gaming keyboard and mouse. So this is our first look here at anything that TTC is doing. You know what's funny too? I haven't scanned the QR code. I wonder where this goes. Let's try it. It goes to wexen.qq.com. Let's see what this is. It's probably loading up a Chinese site right now, which might look a little... Oh, it's loading up a WeChat. Alright, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But it is. It's a pretty unbox experience. So I've got just shy of 90 here. I think I have exactly 87, right? Because that's 3 times 15, so 5 times 15, 45 is 3. Then yeah, I mean, I think we're looking at 87 switches here. So I should have a few extras for this TKL build that we're doing. And yeah, so we're gonna be putting these into the whale. I did some photos on these guys as well. So these are a click jacket switch. Here, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I know I'm rushing it, chat. Should I slow down? Should I slow down? How are you guys? How is everybody? Should I forge on ahead, or should I slow it down for a minute and just should we talk? How was your weekend, everyone? I've got Theremin here though, so that's why I was kind of like, yeah, let's go. While the Switch reviewer himself is here, let's forge on ahead. Yeah, so I'll show you guys the photos. If you guys didn't see them in my IG story already, we had some fun taking photos for this. Let me see if I can show you guys the real deal. Show you the right proper raw photos, not the ones that have been resized and screwed up by what's it called? Instagram. Oh, Instagram. We take these beautiful photos and Instagram just decides to destroy them. So this is actually looking a bit overexposed on my other monitor. It probably won't for you all though. Let's take a look. Yeah, it doesn't look too overexposed there. So yeah, this is a close-up of the switch that we're working on here. I love this photo. This one I thought turned out so fun. Yeah, it's definitely, I have the exposure all blown out on my other monitor for gaming. And so yeah, so it looks super overexposed on my other monitor. Luckily the monitor I edit on actually shows it truer to what you're seeing. But yeah, they're fun. They're a fun, cool looking switch. We had some fun imaging them with this keycap. It's such a perfect match with the Shoal Hello Cap. TTC reach out to you about these or vice versa? Yeah, so they did. Well, Helix Lab in particular. So as you can see in this image here, this is a combo between TTC branded here and then Helix branded here. You can see my mouse, right? I think it captures my mouse. And yeah, absolutely, Theremin. Ask away on anything. So yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Whoa, basic builds with the big raid. Let's go. We're just getting started, basic. Welcome, everyone. We have no copy pasta. We have no copy pasta. Yo, you have some copy pasta. I see 8-bit. What's good? Man, we got all the homies coming up in chat right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Max. I go by MaxF, and I am, like a basic, another keyboard streamer. So I saw you were doing some little bit of keyboard chores tonight, basic. We are taking a first look, if you will, at the, I hate this light, the key light I have here is so bad. I'm sorry. Let's switch over here. We're taking a first look at the TTC Helix Lab switch. This is a clicky switch from them. Brand new switch. We're gonna be building these up in a Lin Whale tonight. So I'm hoping y'all are into that. You know I'm here, bruh. Well, it's good to see you, 8-bit. I appreciate that. Switch Doctor, AU. Hello from Australia, right? Am I right? Hello, hello. To you as well. Beard is looking fly. Davis, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. We're getting ready for maybe a little mustache action. We're starting to get the twist, chat. It's not there yet. I'd say another week, and we might mustache it up. You haven't heard of these switches because they are not officially out yet. So you're going to be getting a little bit of a build live and a review from me here tonight. They are clicky switches, so they're kind of an interesting reveal from TTC. A little bit unique, right? Going with a clicky switch. So they're interesting. You know, for sure that the TTC decided to go with a click. They're a click jacket. They're a click jacket switch, 8-bit. So it's not necessarily, it's not that bad. I mean, yeah, you do. You get a little bit of rattle with it. Yeah. So, but the springs fix pretty nicely with the DuPont. So we were getting a little bit, it was manageable, but we were getting a little bit of spring ping as well from these before we did the DuPont dry loop. And that seemed to have fixed the springs completely. I did a quick bag lubing of some DuPont dry lube on these. So really, sound is going to be very subjective, and I think more people are up in arms against clickies these days than are for them. And I would agree with you. I don't like the sound of clicky switches. I think they're a bit too loud, especially when you put them into a keyboard. And you know, I think while I don't tend to gravitate towards that super silky lubed sound, which is very, very popular, I do like a little bit of a lighter lube on a nicer switch and get more of the switch's character out of it. I don't like, something that sounds like this. However, from a feel perspective, that is something that you will be able to get from both me. I have a review unit of these switches, and then also from Wildcat. Wildcat has got the other set of these. It's like a nuclear explosion every time you press the thing, right? It's not as loud as like box jades or anything like that, and it's definitely much better. All right, so you ready for what rattle really sounds like? Here's an MX Blue. Whew, I won't hit that too many more times. And here's the TTC. So, we've got a little bit of a better sound profile than that, for sure. Beans, I am of the same school of thought. And I don't know if you're talking about what I'm talking about when I say vintage switches, vintage clickies, but I go towards Alps Blues. And Alps Blues are absolutely fantastic. I unfortunately do not have a box white Ashore. I do apologize. Not even click, just rattle. I was listening to a sound test of a shitty ducky board for some reason. I didn't realize it had MX Blues. Yeah, yep, that will definitely happen. I need to turn my ISO down a little bit. I look a little bit too washed out. I think that looks better, chat. Is that where we were before? Did I do literally nothing there? I think we're pretty good. I was looking a little flat, I felt like, for a second, but on this screen, I think I look fine. Alps Blue are the GOAT clicky. Yep. Bueno builds with the tier 1. Yo, brother, thank you so much for the 6 months. I appreciate that. I haven't tried Alps, but I'm looking forward to it. Buckling Spring, though, is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so Buckling Spring has got its own following, for sure. TTC's website is interesting. That's a nice way of putting it. They're just getting it off the ground, Jax. So this is a soft release, if you will, of their website. So please bear in mind that that their website is still undergoing some coding and updates. They are literally just getting it off the ground now in preparation of selling switches as well as the Eru TKL. So if you guys, the Eru TKL is the Eru desk mat here. There's a numpad as well as a keyboard that is going to be available to us Westerners here. Before it was just a group buy that was ran in China. It's just a Google Translate. Has the lube broken in a bit on the HHKB? I'm gearing up to lube my HHKB, but I'm afraid to overlube since I have never lubed. With 3204, I don't really think you can overlube OGK. Mine feels pretty good. I like how mine has been feeling a lot. I mean, I think objectively, I think subjectively, this is one of the nicest feeling tactiles ever. All right, so here we are. Let's figure out what we're actually putting these into here tonight. And then I can also real quick go into a quick breakdown of the inners on these. I know Theremin is probably interested in that among others. So it is an MX style switch housing. With a little bit of nuanced differences, they do not support in-switch LEDs on these guys. So the casing, the housing there covers that. Can you see that? This is an interesting song we've transitioned to here on Epidemic. This does not sound like jazz. Not something we're really vibing with here. Let's switch this up. Let me remove that from this playlist. There we go. Now we're back on the right track. Is it bumped or flat? It is bumped. It has kind of a little bit of a... Do you see that? It has kind of a little bit of a bump there. So it's not completely flat. Might be hard to tell. And then when you open the guy up, and then it also has these kind of legs here on the switch too, which is kind of interesting. Do you see those guys, Theremin? It's kind of interesting, right? Yeah, it is an interesting housing. And you get a little bit of that interestingness kind of continuing on the inside. So let me show you. So the spring is the only thing I've really touched, and I just did a couple coatings of dry lube on that guy. So look at this. Look at the spring. Look at the bottom where the spring clips into. Now there is a full cut diameter around the little pin there, but do you see the walls? They kind of broach out from both sides, from both the leaf and the housing side here, and kind of run 2 semicircles around the middle of the spring pin there, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. Didn't have any issues really with the leaf on these guys. They are looser, so if you push this stem will push through a little bit. So you can see the stem does push through on these guys a little bit, but I did not have any issues with the leaves pushing through, unless I did what you just saw there. I did not have any issues with the leaves pushing through as I was tuning them. So there was no issues there. We'll see if we get consistency issues with this guy though, as we start to load them all up here. Aside from dry lubing the springs and clicking the switches a couple times for checking for consistency, I haven't really done too much to these guys. So I'm just afraid that 55 gram is actually too heavy. For a daily driver on the HHKB, it would probably be a bit too heavy for me. But yeah, your mileage may vary. And then yeah, here you go. Here's the stem with that click jacket on it. So that's right there. That motion, that articulating motion, is what's providing the click factor on this guy. You can see that there's a little inner leaf, sort of like fanged prong, that holds the clear, cloudy portion on. And then this is kind of what gives you the very light, very nice actually, tactility to the switch. So this is a return to the sort of ergo clear mod M, nice vintage brown stylized linear or tactile experience. It's pretty light on the tactility, which is a welcome change if you ask me. I feel like everything is going so much into, you know what, look what I did here. I messed with that leaf, and now the leaf on this one is angry at me. So I might have introduced a leaf issue here, or did I put the spring, or did I put the stem in backwards? Nope, I introduced a leaf issue here on this one, so we're not going to use this switch. So you can ruin the leaf by messing around with it and pushing that pin through. Just keep that in mind. Let's get F's in chat for this switch. This switch is done. Luckily, we don't need all of these switches to complete this build here tonight. Yeah, it's all good. We'll put that guy up here. He's a display model now. This is the shelf unit here. You know, Yeffy, it was bound to happen sooner or later. Let's just get it out of our system right off the bat. So now, you know, that hopefully is not an issue that we'll see across the board. I mean, I've not seen that in, you know, in my normal lubing. You know, I opened these things up, I tuned them, I put them back together, and these things are all, you know, like I said, I clicked them all to make sure they were actuating properly and felt proper. I didn't run into any leaf issues throughout all of these, and I just hit issues with that one because I literally was pushing that leaf through and kind of messing with it. So, you know, whatever. Your mileage may vary, but I think this is the new bottom housing design that they are going with. I've seen at least some of these features in gold, pink, bluish, and white. Interesting, Thurman. I've been seeing more of those with recent TTC bottom housings and some low profile switches, if I recall correctly. Interesting. Yeah, and V1, Jax, you're absolutely right. V1 Gateron Inks did have that same leaf issue. I think a bit more though, because I mean I've opened up and tuned Gateron V1 inks, and I've just had issues from just, you know, opening them up. I've had leafs start to fail on me. It is what it is. Then China. These are a Chinese manufacturer. Yep, and so TTC is based in China. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it though here. Hold on one second before we do. Crack that baby open a little bit. All right, so we already have our keyboard ready, I believe. We are building this on my whale tonight. So here's the top and bottom. Jax, this one should look familiar. I'm rebuilding these onto the whale that I got from you, brother. All right, and I'm going to use a new PCB because the Fave PCB died. So here's our plate. Let's see if I can find a good PCB to use. I have a couple to select from here. I think we're gonna go with a Heine PCB tonight, chat. Yes. I believe this one should do the trick. We're going with an OG green Heine PCB. Let's go. No LEDs, of course, because, you know, we don't do that kind of thing. Unless the company is named after a fruit. Even then, maybe. Yeah, so TTC is a new company. This is a new company who's going to be working with these. And like I said, so you know, you've got a live build review here. You know, and you can absolutely ask me questions throughout the night. They sent these actually to a proper reviewer as well. The second set of prototypes are with Wildcat, and so Wildcat has got a set of TTC switches as well, and he will probably be putting together one of his nice juicy YouTube videos. All right, so this is an A84. Yeah, this should be good. This has not been opened yet, so this should be good. I don't see you being any less of a real reviewer than Wild. Well, real, I guess. Yeah, that's a real in quotes. All right, let's see here. And I think we did have, yeah, this one is set for the other one. The Fave PCB was the USB on top too, right? Yes, yes, it was. All right, yep, this is good. This one will work. I think Heine's tested compatibility with this too, if I remember correctly. I believe the whale is on the list of approved PCBs here for the WIS, which is fantastic. I wanted to get rid of that Fave PCB for the whale as well anyways. So, what's up, Raz? I see you, brother. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Theremin Goats review site for switches. The lavender switch is the latest one. An incredibly detailed review on the lavender switches. Show us the pad that got obliterated on the Fave PCB. Dude, I'll always show some gore. There were multiple that straight up just burned off. The first one that just straight up burned off was this guy here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, look at this. So that guy just straight up burned off, and this one got obliterated. This PCB just did not. This was built once and then desoldered once. It was built once with a Heiko 888 by myself personally on like, we're talking like 600 to 625 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably somewhere in like the 300 to 330 degrees Celsius range. So well within temperature means. And then it was desoldered. It was desoldered with an FR301 Heiko vacuum at probably about 350 degrees Celsius. And 350 degrees Celsius was burning pads right off of this thing. After one desolder, mind you. So, yeah, Lynn really knows how to make, or at least source a PCB. Absolutely disgusting. I was between the 1 and 2 setting on the FR301. It was not turned up high. So here is the whale bottom with my beautifully tarnished copper weight. This is what I go for on this guy. Let me go ahead and rub some oils on that thing. Think he moved to Heine? Yeah, yep. So that's what we're doing tonight, Jax. I mean, you remember when you sold this thing to me, right, brother? This PCB is cool, or this plate, or the polycarbonate is cool. I personally love how you see the manufacturing marks on it. I think that's really cool on the inside. I personally like that a lot. It's a sandwich mount with this guy, so you can see the little slots for where this plate is going to clip into that case. And yeah, we're gonna get back to that guy in a minute. Here's our top case. You guys have probably seen this before in images if you follow me on Instagram. I've taken a couple of shots of this guy. This is a cool case. I like this almost like horizontally brushed look to the anodization on the aluminum. You can kind of see that there. Look at the whale logo. You see how it's kind of like brushed horizontally? It's a pretty cool purple. It shows up quite nicely. So anyways, here's what we're ready to start working on now though. I'm gonna get this guy and I'm gonna put these guys right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put them right here. So they're even a bit further off my way. Yeah, the diodes always came off in transit. You should bathe the copper weight in vinegar. Purple, blue, green corrosion? That's what it does? If I bathe the copper weight in vinegar? Dude, we're absolutely doing that. It would give me like, you're telling me it would give me like the Jane V2. This is budget Jane V2 CE Toblerone weight corrosion. Is that what we're talking about? Use to clean copper using ketchup. I don't clean it. I'm specifically not looking to clean it. I want some jank looking, like terrible bad, ridiculous looking, weathered tarnish. That's what I'm looking for. Clean is not the look I'm going for. Yeah, it looks so cool. I love it. I'd love to get like some like artisanal headphones or something in copper. Like some copper grills on my Audis or on my ZMFs or something. Look at this. we get some copper on these guys instead. Just replace this plate with copper and just have it all tarnished and crazy looking. How cool would that look? Thinner is the way to go. Those are the A-list actually. Those are not the Verits. but yeah, thank you. Yeah, the ZMF audiophile gear for sure. That guy is crazy. What in tarnation? Yeah, Raz. How good, chat, how good is that emote? We're not desoldering tonight, but anytime we do, you guys know we break out the Arnold voice. And now of course we have the Arnold emote. We had to have it. Trust me, chat, if we were desoldering, we would make sure everything was obliterated. I should have turned my FR301 up to 5 when we were doing the Fave PCB. I literally should have burned the switches out of it. Just destroyed them. Although I wouldn't have wanted to destroy the switches. The switches are pretty nice that I had in there from before. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our pad. We can put this guy off to the side temporarily. Right here. Lovely. I didn't clean after I soldered last time, or desoldered, or whatever it was that we were doing last time. So I've got a little bit of resin on the pad. It's all good. We'll be alright. We'll storm through this, chat. Don't you worry. Alright. Boom. Alright, so we've got the screws, we've got the pads, we've got the, whatever those are called, the O-rings. We've got some housings here. We're going with N9 housings with black wires because I am quite basic. No colors needed with my stabilizers. Always sure to match when you go with black. Kiwi Kang with the 3 months. Heat indeed, brother. Welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you so much for that subscription. I really appreciate that, Kiwi Kang. How do you like the A-list? Dude, I love them. I love A-list. It's so nice. They just have a really fun sound. They are a colored sound profile. But, you know, I have my IEMs for the clinical work. The A-list is fun. It's got a really brilliant low mid-tone. It's definitely not as bass heavy as like you might find in a set of like LCD series Audi's headsets. But it's really lively and fun. The soundstage, while not as large as like an 800S series, is very nice and large indeed. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun to listen to them. A lot of fun. It's basically, I've heard a lot of people kind of like compare them to like the HD 650s. It's basically like an upgraded fun version, colored fun version of the HD 650s. The soundstage is very similar, is what I'm getting at. There's differences for sure, but the soundstage is very similar. The HD 650s I find is pretty flat unless you have some like crazy amp powering them and sending some color and vibe to them. Alright, so let's see here. We've got a space bar, a left shift, a right shift, and enter, and a delete key. So a space bar, a left shift, a right shift, and enter, and a delete key. Perfect. We've got the number that we need there. Let's go ahead and get some lube. I'm wondering, Yeffy, if our gambling is working properly. Oh, so I was checking the leaderboards for the month of December because we are now in January, mind you, chat. We are now in January. We've got a new winner for the current build, which is Suishiro. If I remember correctly, Suishiro was number 1. And so, Suishiro, are you still in chat? You're the riggest of the rig. I'm telling you, I wish... Why does it always lose? Why does everyone lose? Raz, we need to figure this out, brother. Stream Elements is definitely rigged, but we've looked at it on stream. Like, we've watched this on stream. Alright, so... yeah, so here we go. If we go here, chat to keyboard screen. So yeah, I have Suishiro as the current leaderboard for the month of December. So Suishiro, if you're here, and I know I just built an Alice for you, but you've got another build coming your way if you have a keyboard for me to build. So yeah, Suishiro, you won, and if not, Agent, we can extend this to Agent Hubcap or Raz or you know, we can just move down the list. So these are the potential winners here. I'm gonna screenshot that here. Boom. We'll just grab these folks here. It's absolutely hilarious, and yet I know, like, seriously, it's gotta be, right? Like, hold on. Every time I get so confused because I'm not rigging this thing. I hope I don't DOS myself with anything. Okay, beautiful. Not at this time, please. Can I go over to my, what is it? Chat commands, right? And then it's gamble. Here we go. Gamble. Oh, but that's not where the rigging comes in on there. See, gamble is, you see it here, chat? Gamble is a shortcut for roulette. And so roulette is where the magic happens. Is there a roulette command as well? No. Where is it? Is it contests? No, no contest. Is it modules? I think it's modules. Yes, roulette. So this is gamble is initiating this. How rigged do you want your system to be? 1. 0 amount of rigging. Like, minimum amount 1? Like, I mean, is there something, like, what are the proper settings for this, chat? Like, I mean, there you go, 100% rigged now. Now everyone loses every time. Like, nobody should win that ever. And 0, it, like, I mean, it's not rigged. I mean, 1 is totally rigged? Is that for real? Spiked, how would that make any sense? How is 100 going to totally rig it? Well, 100 should total. This should be 100% rigged right now. I just don't get it. I don't understand. There's no instructions for this telling you how the rigging of the system works. Raz just won after we set it to... Everybody gamble. Now that I set it to 100, everybody gamble. Let's see what happens here. You should assume it's... Oh my god. Oh my god. Is it 100%? Chat, you can do whatever you want. These points mean nothing right now because it was rigged. Okay, so everyone's winning now. Now nobody's losing. So now we need to put it to 50%. So you have a 50-50 chance. Okay. There we go. So it was rigged as fuck before. Alright, my bad, chat. You had a 1% chance to win before. Alright, we figured it out. We did it, chat. Everyone's getting their points wiped right now. So we're starting for the month of January, and so you can check out. You can always go to the all-time leaderboards and see how many total points you have, but. But yeah, we reset this every month. The way this works is we reset this every month, and the current leader, gets a free build service. And we just kind of go down the list. Like, sometimes the number 1 point earner doesn't have something for me to build, but we'll just go down the list until we find somebody that has something for me to build. So, yeah, so let's reset it here. Let's go to, I think, do I go to the roulette panel here to reset it? No, where is it? It's user management. User management and custom commands, variables, no, default commands. Nope, that's not it. Where do I go? I never remember where this part is either. How to reset it. Chat list, media, nope. I think it's the leaderboard. Here it is, leaderboard. And then we reset. Okay, goodbye points, everybody. We're reset now for the month of January. A little bit late because I think we did have a stream. Did we have a stream in January already? No, we didn't. So I'm perfect. I'm right on time for the first time ever. We did it, chat. We're right on it. We're on top of it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So now you have a 50-50 chance at gambling. I feel like for the month of January, I should give people a little extra. All right. I should give people like a 75% chance to win. Alright. We're back. We made it. Alright, so let's tune some stabilizers. That is true. That is true. They should put a tooltip on that, because that's confusing. That's confusing. If you want a 50-50 chance, put it on 50. If you would like your viewers to have a 100% chance to win, put it on 100. Like, how easy is that tooltip to type out? I mean, come on. Come on. Yeah, you guys have just gotten a huge buff in the gambling. So everyone in chat can now go full degen. And yeah, Thurman, I will hydrate here right now. We're not drinking anything alcoholic tonight. I'm wondering if I should change that. What do you think, chat? We've got a seltzer drink right now. Now people can degen with confidence. That's right. No one likes going full degen on a rigged system. Except we're all in the keyboard community, so how's that working out for us? Anyone enter in on that KWK sale? Wink, wink. That's right, Spike. That's what I'm saying. Speaking of, I need to keep track of my PayPal here throughout the evening. I don't want to potentially miss the non-existent invoice, because no way am I getting an invoice on that thing. Yeah, Raz, there was a KWK sale tonight. So at 8 p.m. Eastern time, Ipster posted an email link in KB Artisans, and it was first come, first serve on a bunch of vandals and box heads, and I think it was just vandals and box heads. I don't think he had any mummies in there. But yeah, there were some good colorways and some good sculpts in there. What do you guys think of the box head? Dutch Master, what's good? And Rim, good to see you, brother. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, chat, you guys are tuning in. Perfect timing, as usual. We're just going through some stabilizer tuning here. Vandal is my favorite. Oh, yeah, you missed it, Raz, I assume? Yeah, so he posted an Imgur album about maybe 3 or 4 days ago. He posted the album on, like, right before the New Year's holiday, if I remember correctly, with the notation that there would be a Discord sale, first come, first serve, on the 3rd of January. And he posted some more images and details on that sale that kind of circulated, more so word of mouth, I feel like, than anything. And yeah, so and you know, the instructions kind of were like, you know, take a look at the album of sculpts and colorways, and have an email drafted up and ready with the subject line of your Discord name. Have your address and email address for PayPal invoicing in the email, and be prepared at 8 p.m. to find the email address listed in the KB Artisans channel in Discord, in the main Mech Keys Discord. And so yeah, that was the entry for this thing. Hey Poophead, if I get one, it's yours. How's that? I only joined once and it was the inebriated one. Oh yeah, there you go, Raz. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I don't even have... Do I have the gap? Do I have the... Let me see here. I don't know if I have the album for you, chat. I can show it to you so you can see what we're talking about if you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? So Keyboards gets crazy if you guys are new to this whole shenanigans, where people make, artists create, using mostly resin, sculpted keycaps to kind of accentuate your keyboard. And there's a whole long list of artists who do this thing. Here's just a few from some of my favorite creators. I'm looking. I don't see the... I could just go to his... I guess I could just go to his Instagram. Do I have it? No, I don't have it in the recent. But yeah, there's a couple of my favorites in there. And yeah, as you see, I don't have any KWK now right now myself either, Jax. I've had one mummy. I had one mummy that I traded. Yeah, Tiny's got some really cool ones, for sure. Yeah, so Hipster is kind of a hard guy to follow because he has to accept you on Instagram, and so that's where he originally posted the info on this thing, but then it kind of like circulates word of mouth. So here's the sale for tonight. So I entered for this Vandal, the Gacked Vandal. I entered for the Ghost White Vandal. I entered for the Christmas Boogie Box Head. Although that Tombstone is pretty damn good too. I should have entered for that one too. I entered for the Party Black Vandal and the Black Magic Vandal. So those were the ones I entered for. And I got my entry in within 17 seconds of him posting the email address. I'd say my odds of securing an invoice are pretty damn low. Lightning probably got one. Lightning's got those quick fingers. Lightning probably secured himself a cat. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. Good luck to everyone who entered. Should have paid better attention to sculpting class. Hey, it's never too late, my dude. It's never too late. Yeah, Sinatra, you like those bongos? Yeah, I love hello caps. Thanks, man. I took 12s. I don't follow, George. Oh, 12 seconds. Dude, you have a good chance. You have a good chance, George. Good luck, brother. May all your dreams come true. I should have entered for all Topra. And we should just try and gear this HHKB sitting here on stream out with some dank caps. I've got 2 clocks in Topra that we can put on it, and I've got that'd be awesome if I could get like a couple of KWK artisans for it as well. I'd love to get some like OG bots for it too. Some OG bro bots in Topra. It is OG, yeah, the one we just decided a couple. Yeah, that's what I think I did too, George. Yep. I think that's the order I had it in as well. I'd say those black ones are going to be in demand. The Black Magic and the Party Black, I think both of those are really going to be in demand because they look kind of like Interstellar themed. Do you remember the Galaxy collections? The Star Cluster fuck. I think that's kind of what they look like a little bit. Yeah, the people that don't know what we're talking about, like the people in my chat that are like new to keyboards that don't know what we're talking about are like blown away like now. Like, what in the hell? People are spending $90 on keycaps? Let me tell you, that is the entry cost. A entry cost KWK cap? I mean, oh my god. If these things were up on eBay, they'd sell for thousands of dollars. Like if Hipster was posting these on like a charity sale, or if he just like needed cash, he could post literally like 3 caps and they would probably sell for like $5 grand. It's an insane hobby, chat, that you're watching here. And if you ask yourself the question, what is it that makes them so expensive? You've missed the quintessential theme to what they are. And what they are, of course, is art. And value is in the eye of the beholder with all art. So it's a crapshoot for pricing. The wild, wild west in every way, shape, and form. It affects everyone differently, and some people are inspired by it, and some people say, what the hell is that? Why would I ever do that? And yeah, it may or may not be for you. But I think they're pretty cool. I like those ones, myself personally. I think there's a lot of cool stories behind hipster punks. And so I like collecting and following artists' stuff who like have a cool journey and story to tell, you know? Of course the sculpt, you know, right? That plays a part too. It has to be something I enjoy the look of, but also having a cool story behind it and a cool lineage and everything else, it adds to it for me. I went for the pink Topra Vandal in 2. Would be super nice with a white. Oh yeah. Any Vandal would be nice anywhere. I almost locked in a Vandal from Mr. Hipster Punks himself back a couple of years ago when he was out of the game. I think it was in 2018 or maybe late 2018 or maybe early 2019. He was not sculpting and he wasn't really in the scene. And he was on the hunt for a 65%. And Jax, if you're still here, you'll be remiss to know that I almost traded him my 910 for some resin keycaps. He never got back to me though. And he's kind of like one of those guys to where like he initiates with you don't do the reverse. Unless you're like a gaming buddy of his from like predating. I think he's just super I think he's just super cautious about all the people that like fanboy for him now. Imagine having those on a keycap fidget toy. Yeah, those go in a nice case. Those go in the Hate V2 or the CC box, or you know, a nice artisan case to hold them. Yeah, I think my CC box that's coming in from Schwang has a UV coating on the top glass so that any exposure to the sun, my keycaps won't fade. I thought that was funny. It absolutely makes a difference though. If you look at any like OG white artisan keycaps, over time they do yellow. If they've been exposed to the elements, as it were. Oh no! Dropped our paintbrush. Getting lube over my mat. It's all good. That's what it's there for. Oh my god! We dropped our paintbrush twice. Come on, meow. Stop slipping away from me. Oh, my artisans are in a tub on my shelf because I don't have a box. Oh, dude, you gotta get a box. Imagine our scene getting to the point where they start grading artisan keycaps. Like, you know how they grade like Pokemon cards? They start grading. Oh, there's like a clump there. They start grading artisan keycaps. Yeah, something was too much in there. Nice little clump right there of lube. Too much. Damn, ain't it great to collect something cheaper? Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I can't do aftermarket keycaps these days. Aftermarket artisans are just too, like, I'm priced out, chat. I'm priced out. Like, I can enter sales, but I can't hunt for things I don't win. If I were hunting for things that I didn't win, oh, I would be a very broke collector. My wife would leave me. Because as many of my close friends know, in this hobby, I don't sell anything. I pretty much hoard everything I get. There's very few exceptions of me selling things. I might trade something, but I very, very infrequently trade. And I think the last board I sold was an LZ CLS. Like, I just never sell things. But yeah, like, I'm not even into, like, the trading is so much easier. I'm not into any selling things. You know, and yeah, buying these things outright these days, like, I mean, yeah, these Any of these KWK caps would sell for thousands of dollars aftermarket, I feel like, right now. It's absurd. Yo, Killer Rack, what's good? Good to see you. I have a depth black and a white. Yep. I actually got them as kind of like a pseudo gift from Mr. Shang, Mr. Sherwin Shang. He's a fantastic collector and a fantastic guy who I had the pleasure of meeting in KeyCon. He's an awesome dude. Dentist in the New Jersey area, New Jersey, New York, tri-state area. And just a really cool guy. Really cool guy to get to meet. One of those guys that, you know, probably has an equivalent number of stories and cool caps and, you know, well, I should say has an equivalent number of cool caps and stories to tell behind each of them, similar to like Armendis, you know? Just has got relationships formed with the artisan makers at this point because he's, you know, such an avid collector as well. But yeah, Sherwin collects a lot of gaff these days. He's big into his gaff and KWK collection. We've been thinking the aftermarket is going to crash for so long, though, and it just hasn't spiked, and so I really just don't think we'll see it. And yeah, no, I don't think so, Thereman. I think basically we might have accelerated things a little bit with COVID, in that more people are home and it brought more people into the hobby, right? It might have accelerated that for a little bit. So we might see things. We might see things stabilize for a little bit, I would think. But I don't think they'll fall off. I don't think we'll see a fall off and crash. I think this just brought more people who are into the hobby in, and I don't think they're gonna go anywhere. Because this hobby gets people in, and then they can't escape. Find me a person who gets into the keyboard hobby and escapes, because it doesn't happen. We just get sucked in, and then it's just the next thing that we have to buy. So it might have like accelerated the graph up, and we might do one of these numbers. It's accelerated the graph up, and we might do one of these numbers for a minute, and then start to trend back up. You know, right? A little more gradually. But I don't think we're gonna see any crash. I just hope other things start to catch up. Like I hope graphics cards and you know like CPUs and all the other electronics things. I hope those start to catch back up, because that's really annoying. Only being on keyboards at home and not at work too. Yeah, I mean all these people, once they get back to the office, are gonna be like, man, you know what I need now? I need a work keyboard. Yeah, there you go, George. Yeah, I need to be done with everything. You designers just keep making cool shit, and I just have to keep buying everything. Like I feel like I forge relationships with these designers now, and then I want to support them in whatever they're doing. And so saying no to group buys becomes more difficult then. It becomes way more difficult for me. Okay. Yeah, I hear you, George. What are you on right now? Are you doing, are you on like OTD and stuff like that? Are you on like TGR? What are you rocking, George? Yeah, there you go. Ooh, that 356 though. Nice. Yep, that's a pretty end game rig and setup though. Can you imagine gaming on that? Yeah, there you go. HHKB for travel, school, and bed. Nice. I just keep saying I've officially joined the ranks now. I think with the amount of stuff I have in this hobby, I've officially joined the ranks of I just have a college fund. Like what you're seeing here with my setup is just it's my kids' college tuition basically. Unless things crash. In which case, you know, whatever. I still have the generic kids' college tuition setups. I still have 529s that I'm investing in and everything else. But yeah, that's how absurd this hobby is. You can find my full gear list. I think I do have a gear command killer, but you can find the gear in the links down below. If you just search right down below, scroll down a little bit, you can find it right in there. Is it kit? Is that what it is, Raz? Did I add a command for it? Let me go in here. I don't know if I did or not. See, I don't know if I did. Did we add a command for it, Raz? Dashboard. Let's go here to we can fix it real quick if I didn't. I didn't. I've got the IEM command because I got many people asking about that. But I didn't get the gear command in there yet. Yeah, so let's do command. What do we want to make it, kit or gear? Let's do gear. And then yeah, it's literally just gonna be a link right now to what I'm doing below. Yeah, what's up, Limmer? Limel? Limel. Good to see you. What's good? Okay. So yeah, let's go back here to... Oh, and I wanted to check something too. Turn that off for now. There we go. All right. I had forgotten to turn that off a ways back, and I had realized it looking back through the VODs, and I kept forgetting. I think I've gone through multiple of these now where I'd forgotten to turn it off. What was my first board? My first custom or my first board? If it was my first board, it was a... it was very briefly a Cherry. KA90 or something like that. It was a Cherry TKL, or maybe even like a full size, because I was a total pleb with MX Reds, and I didn't like the Reds much, and so I switched over to a Zotac. I had a, was it Zotac? What was it? No, it wasn't Zotac. It was Zowie. It was a Zowie keyboard with the weirdest ISO layout you'll ever see. Literally the weirdest ISO, crazy pseudo ISO layout ever. It was a full-size Zowie keyboard. The Zowie Celeritas, something like that. My first custom though was a LZ, or not LZ, a TX 1800. I was very nervous as a entry-level consumer in custom keyboards about losing my function row and losing my numpad. Oh, I was so unlearned. I had no idea what I was doing. But I started off with a good one. The TX1800 is a pretty legit board. The V1, of course. And I had some V2 Zelios in that. It was round 2 Zelio tactile switches. Not Zelio V2s, mind you. V1s and the second round. So did they have the wobbly issues and every issue known to the Zelios? Yes, they absolutely did. Yes, they absolutely did. That wobble wasn't corrected until like round 7 or 8, I think, on the V1s. So they were some pretty shitty switches. Yeah. And then yeah, from the TX1800, I was on that for a bit, and then I really was like getting into it. And I'm an engineer, so I mean, once I started getting into the firmware, and realizing first that the Lin firmware was pretty shitty, and doing research on QMK and learning more about that, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, you know, this firmware actually looks really nice. And so I started, you know, looking into boards I could get on with the QMK and, you know, getting more into that. And yeah, I mean, I sort of transitioned through a couple of smaller boards, and I started trending towards, you know, much smaller form factors at that point. What's up, Dodo? Good to see you, brother. I was on a little bit of a tangent there, Dodo, about what my first keyboard was. Both my first custom and my first keyboard overall. There we go. We're looking good there, chat. All right. My desk pad is a little messy, and I have a little bit of warping to this PCB. I am not full-time, George. I wish I were. My wife doesn't. My wife doesn't want me to quit my job, but I wish I were full-time. I used to use 40s, and now I'm back to the TKL plus numpad. It's amazing how often numpad comes useful. Yeah, I haven't used a numpad in so long. And so yeah, I might get another numpad though at some point. And actually on my desk have it. What kind of engineer? I'm a network sort of like engineer architect these days. I go more towards like the design side of things in the network engineering field these days. I do like more build out and designs of data centers. Design a board, Max, please. Haha, dude. I don't have that talent and skill. I am able to commission a board, but I do not have the talent and skill to actually design a board. All right, so let's put our good old switch on here. Oh, you know what? We're gonna need to use the plate because these are 3 pins. These are 3-pin switches here. So let's go ahead and load up a couple of these guys. I haven't seen anyone from the Helix Lab crew in here tonight. They were here when we were building up the Eru, so I was kind of hoping they would grace us here for a minute for the TTC build and answer any questions. But it's all good. I asked in the hopes that you were one of the handful of engineers not computer electrical based. Oh yeah. Nope, I am a computer engineer. So, yep. And my electrical engineering is quite lacking. I have a little bit of experience with it, but pretty lacking. I'm gonna try and load in fewer switches tonight. I don't think we're gonna have too much difficulty getting these dropped into the PCB. We're working with a Heine PCB tonight, so it should be pretty painless. I'm just hoping we don't have any issues from the warping that's occurred on this PCB from it sitting in my desk for so long. We'll find out. Yeah, we definitely have some warping now. Alright, so what we're going to do real quick. Always test, chat. You've just been watching me tune stabilizers here for the past little bit. And if you're new to keyboards, that is an effort to avoid the rattle that goes hand in hand with a stabilized key. We load it up with lubricant to fill in any of the gaps where that wire that's inside the stabilizer could cause that rattle to occur. And yeah, we just finished that part of lubing them. And so right now, I'm throwing on some beater keycaps. These are not the keycaps we're actually going to dress the board in once we're done. We haven't decided what we're going to dress the keyboard in once we're all done. These are just going to be inserted to test the stabilizers that we just tuned. Always test them, because you do not want to have to desolder a full build to fix your stabilizers. The lulls method really working wonders on this set of stabilizers, because what we do is we push the keycap halfway down and then just get it so you hear nothing other than the stabilizer. All right. Are you ready for the clickiness tonight, chat? Are you ready? Hold on. This is admittedly the first clicky build I've done on stream since an Alps Blue build ages ago. I tuned up that Alps Blue Jane V2 ages ago. And so, yeah, it has been quite some time since I have done one of these builds personally. Just hear Max's sexy ass voice. Oh, okay. Keep calm over there, Dodo. Is it Zirkin? Zarkin? I will hydrate. Cheers. Hey, to those of you who didn't see my little Happy New Year stream, Happy New Year, everybody. Didn't Tom have you do an MX Blue build? You're right, Jax. Good memory. I think that was on an Octagon. I think he had me build, or no, he had me build a 910, didn't he? He had me build a 910 with MX Blues. The heresy. The nerve of that guy. Is Tom here? The audacity. The audacity of that guy. I hope he's here. A lot of times Tom is here and he's just lurking. It's no fun. It's no fun talking trash to Tom if he's not here. Guy's not even here to defend himself. It was criminal. Yeah, that's not on the YouTube page. I don't even think I uploaded that one to YouTube. I was like, yeah, I think we can save humanity from this one. I was just laughing when we built it. Tom liked it. Tom was dailying it for quite some time. Hey, you know what? That's the beauty of mechanical keyboards. To each their own. We talk a lot about our preferences on this channel, right? At the end of the day, though, my recommendation to each and every one of you, no matter where you're at in the hobby, unless you're like George, end-gamed out there, he knows what he wants. George knows what he likes. My advice to all of you, though, who don't know exactly what you like, is just try things out. Normally, I would follow this phrase up immediately with go to a keyboard meetup, because not only do you meet some cool people that are also into this crazy, insane hobby, but you also have the opportunity to try out a million different things and see kind of what people are doing and why, all in a very communal, fun setting. And hopefully 2021 brings the return of the keyboard meetup. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to go to a bunch of meetups this year if we start having them here in the summer. I know, Theremin. I miss him. I think we'll host the DC meetup probably in the fall again. We just missed 2020. 2020 is just a scratch. We just scratched that one right off the list. The 6th annual Washington DC keyboard meetup will be this fall. So mark your calendars tentatively in August. Throw a calendar reminder on your calendar for the end of August. Know that around that time we'll probably start looking at scheduling. Well, I will have looked at scheduling way before then. I will have the venue probably locked in by the early part of summer. And yeah, we'll be notifying the public though, probably starting around August, end of summer. Depending on where I end up, I'll definitely try and be there. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Are you East Coast right now? Also, talking about engineers, Theremin. I only know a couple of, like, Rama is an industrial engineer. Were you talking like more mechanical engineers as well? Like not electrical, not computer based. So like mechanical engineers and industrial engineers and shit like that. Ohio, there we go. There's a lot of cool lads out there in Ohio too. Heine's out there in Ohio, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Heine's. I don't know what Heine would call himself in terms of engineering. I mean, I think he's an electrical engineer these days. He's doing PCB design for Honeywell, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there you go. Heine's in Pennsylvania? No shit. Oh, here's another switch that ate the dust. There's something wrong with that one. There's another guy for our wall. We'll put him up here on the wall too. That one's probably recoverable. It looked like the top housing was just off a little bit. This is no lie. This is kind of a cool box. It was a little bit of a pain closing the switches back up on this thing, but they kind of send you with this switch box like a little bit of a modding station, a pseudo modding station, if you will. Not gonna lie, it was kind of cool. That one sounds crazy. I mean, what am I kidding? They all sound crazy. I haven't done a clicky build. And so, you know what I'm doing, chat? I'm going to complete this build, and then I'm going to start gaming on this thing at like 2 a.m. Wake the entire house up. You know what the thing is, though? I got to be honest, chat. people complain about the loudness of switches and keyboards. I gotta be honest, unless you're on buckling spring, nothing is that heavy in my opinion. Or not heavy, loud. Nothing is that loud. I don't think, I mean, buckling spring I get. That's loud. And I like wouldn't want to bring that into an office environment. Like, and I wouldn't want to bring these into an office environment. But I mean, again, we were talking about it, right? I mean, you've got things like this for the office, right? I mean, these are your travel boards that you bring in and out of the office that, you know, are not going to cause a ruckus and get your neighbors angry at you. My office is buying like, you know, Cooler Master, like mechanical keyboards. Like, what is it? The Cooler, like what is the very basic one with like MX Blues on it though? They're buying them with MX Blues for the office environment. For just people to have quickfire. That might have been it. I think it might have been the quickfire. Just a very, yeah, like none of the RGB or anything. Just very, very low key. V-Hawk TV. Welcome, brother. That's where we need to get with our custom keyboards. We need to have the entire office buying up Rama Kara keyboards. Time to have a talk with someone who deals with the budget. Yeah, exactly. Hey, we got to step this shit up. Let's do more Leopolds as opposed to... Oh, do I have exactly the right number of switches? Do we need to make these guys that are busted work? 1, 2, 3. We need to make one of them work. Well, hopefully that one that has the top housing issue I'm able to recover. And it doesn't have a leaf issue. Because otherwise, we're short a switch. Alright, this guy right here. Let's open this guy up and see what he's got going on here. It looks like I may have just put the stem in backwards or something. Hopefully we can just fix him. The leaf looks okay. Oh, you know what happened with this guy? Chat, you know what happened? This bottom housing looks like it's crunched. Let's see here. What can we do? This pin right here looks like it's a little bit crunched. See if I can open that up just a little bit. I think I just fixed it, chat. I think we did it. We do. We have an extra switch, but it has an issue with it. I think I just fixed it, though. I think the wow stick has just wowed us again. Wait for it, chat. Let's see what happens. Custom. This one's got the question mark has got the custom touch on it. We did it, chat. That one works. Yay. All right, cool. TTC switches installed. Look at that. Whoa. And because they're 3 pins, they fall right off the PCB. Look at that. No issues there if I needed to end up like redoing any of the stabilizers. Oh, I didn't have music turned back on. Chat, you needed to remind me. Sorry, everybody. That's awkward. Oh, and you know what, too? You just reminded me with that message that I didn't test my PCB. We're already in it now. We may as well take a quick peek though. Let's see. Let's see. That's a good sign. I don't have Windows sounds turned off, so you might have been able to hear that right there. I definitely heard it connect. Let's see if we're good here. Yeah, so we're doing the order of operations is a little backwards here right now, chat. If you're new to keyboards, normally you would test your PCB before you put all the switches on it. Let's just test a couple. Okay. Okay. Good enough for me. Hopefully no pins are busted. Good enough for me. Boom. How's that? Normally you can go through the entire PCB. I just am not going to bother taking the time. I think we're okay. We'll be fine. I have faith in Heine's PCBs. We'll be alright. Let's get some soldering. Good enough for government work. Hey, you know? I mean, they pay me for efficiency, not for quality. Or maybe it's both. Or maybe it's just quality. I don't know. Alright. Or you know what? I don't even think they're paying me. I think we're good because of that. Alright. We are going to fan it up here tonight, so hopefully we don't lose our microphone when I turn this sucker on. We'll find out real quick if we do. And we're going to get our TS80P out here. Whoever was asking before, did you see the gear link there? I think that's pretty updated. That should have everything listed. Why clickies? Because why not? It's a good question though, someone else. You know, you might as a switch manufacturer have more luck releasing your first switch with something a bit more popular in the community. You know, maybe the safer move is going with like a tactile or a linear, but you'd certainly stand out. You know, I mean, for those manufacturers, you know, looking at the pulse of the community, you'd say not too many clicky fans out there. Okay, but there are some. Play that numbers game. There are some people do like clicky switches. This is a far superior switch to an MX Blue. I will tell you that right now. And, you know, for those people, for those collectors who are looking for this kind of thing, this is going to be jumping into a market that is much, much less saturated. But then you have to ask yourself the same thing. When is the last time you saw a switch hit the market and not immediately go out of stock if it was anything resembling good for a linear or a tactile? I mean, these things hit the streets and they're gone, like instantly. Have I tried the Otemu Phoenix clicky switch? I have not, January. I have not. I'll be honest. I'm probably the worst person to test and review these because the only clicky switch that I have ever used and liked were Alps Blues. I am admittedly, first and foremost, the worst person to probably test this. Or maybe I'm the best because I don't ever use clickies. So if I build this thing up and I like them, well then hell, that should speak volumes about the product. Anyways, let's turn this fan on. Get to some soldering here. Let me find my switch. Weren't there some other TTC switches though? There probably were. I would think there were a lot more. Yeah. All right, hold on. Hopefully we don't lose our mic chat or our camera. Let's see. All right, nice. We got our fan on. Let's go ahead and turn RTX on. RTX on. No, I mean, generally manufacturers don't make just one switch. I'm assuming you're going to see a lot of TTC switches hit the market here soon. All right, let me go ahead and switch us over to RTX now. You should no longer hear the fan. Fan noise should be gone now. Mostly gone. I might sound like I'm underwater a little bit, but the fan should be gone. KS4, all blacks, TTC gold V1s, V2s, V3s, silent brown and pink, gold pinks, and bluish whites. We've got Theremin in chat, ladies and gentlemen. And so, you know, when it comes to switch knowledge, we've got the right guy in chat. We need to Raz, you know what we need to do? We need to VIP. We need to VIP Theremin. I need to VIP this dude because I want people to know that Theremin knows what he's talking about. For people that have not heard of Theremin, he does switch reviews, quite a lot of them. Mods can't VIP. Oh, all right, I'll fix that then. I'll fix that at some point here, there. Dude. I mean, you're the GOAT. How are we not going to VIP the GOAT? Alright, so... definitely with a little bit of our warped PCB action here, we're going to need to deploy the loaded method. So I'm going to show you guys this a bit tonight. A couple of examples of it. So there's the first time right there. Here's going to be the second time right here. So as I mentioned, our PCB is just a little bit warped. And so what I'm doing is I'm soldering one pad down, and then I'm pushing the switch through and down onto the PCB. What that's doing is it's giving me a better contact point than I would be getting if I were just, you know, going right down the line. I'm gonna do this for probably the four corners, and maybe a smattering of them on the top and bottom. But once we start to get things in a line and in accordance with each other, then we'll be all good. We won't have to worry about it too much after these four corners, I'm assuming. It's a sandwich mount. Limo? Yeah, it's a sandwich mount keyboard. Oh yeah, baby. We're looking good already. The beauty of 3-pin switches is you know, oftentimes you don't have to worry about them getting stuck in your PCB and not pushing through. Don't get me wrong, normally I like working with 5 pins, but 3 pins have a nice quality of life to them. Alright, so if I do this guy here with that method, let's do the two. So there you go. If I do that guy there, let's do this guy here, and maybe one more. That should get our build all squared away where the warping's gone. Oh yeah, that guy didn't move at all. Alright, so what I'm looking at here, Chad, I can get close up. I'm looking right here at the separation, if there is any, between the bottom of the switch housing and the top of the PCB. A minute ago I had that. There was separation. You can see here on the side. There might be a little bit. No, there's not really any there. Here you go. Look on the bottom. You see it moving? There's a little bit of separation there. I should have probably showed you that view before I soldered down multiple of the components. We've pretty much eliminated it now. But we were seeing more of a gap before we did these pins here. And now we're not really seeing much of a gap at all, which is exactly what we want to see. So I'm just going to do these two here. We'll do that one and that one. And then we'll do this one and this one. And then we'll call it. Then we'll just go right down the line. We'll go right down the line and we'll be fine with getting all these things in there. TTC Vaticans. Was that really the name of the switch? They have the Vatican, huh? Tell them to open up the secret archives for you, Theremin. Get you some Vaticans. What switch are you building with tonight? Oh, I've got some Vaticans. It's a pretty cool name. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty cool switch name. So what experience and exposure do you have with any of the TTC line there? And then have you used any of these? Oh, okay, I got it. I gotcha. I would assume so. I would assume so. Especially if we're not sure that that's the actual switch name. I would assume you might be getting a couple of interesting results. Oh, and then I also need to get these guys too. What? Did I push those down already? I thought I might have. So the first build of 2021, and it's a clicky build. Who would have seen that coming? Alright, great wobble for its spring weight. Oh, like great wobble, as in it doesn't have any? Not used any of them in a build yet, but TTC things are definitely on my build radar. Interesting. So there, and then I'll turn around my most popular asked question that I get right back to you. What's the best switch for gaming? XM has only been doing clicky builds all year. That's right. I mean, you're technically not wrong. That's not wrong. Let's see how long that trend continues. Airman's left chat, by the way, after that question, everyone. Glorious something. That's right. No, I need my opticals. I need my optical switches. Have you done anything with opticals, by the way? All trolling aside. What about Romer G's? Get some Romer G switches up in here. My next build, chat. For my next trick, we do a Holy Reser build. Somebody send me some Razor switches so I can cannibalize for some Holy Resers. I think Simon has a Holy Reser build. I think he put him on like a numpad or something. Jackass twice. Yeah, there you go. So, real talk, what does your switch tester look like these days? Or are you like me and you just have a horrific style of storing all of the switches, just bags and bags of ridiculousness all over the place with no order or any organization or anything to them? Third, there you go. I figured it would be something like that. Yeah, my system is just throw everything in a bag and throw it in a desk drawer. It works great for me. I really am probably the most organized person I know. I haven't seen anybody else during COVID that's more organized than me. In person, that is. Because spoiler alert, I haven't seen anybody. Oh man, how about this, chat? Building a whale with a real PCB. Who would have thunk? I think I was legit having issues the first time I built on the Dave PCB. Literally brand new in box PCB, like cut the seal on the anti-static bag, and I'm pretty sure I was having difficulty with the PCB on the first build. As indicated by the FR301 destroying it on the desolder of the first build. I have not. Who's making those, Raz? Or you know what? I think I have actually tried a UHMWP plate. I think I have. Did we build with one of those, chat? I'm trying to remember. Jax won't remember that, but he'll remember the MX Blue TGR build we did. It's the either really, really, really good ones or the really, really, really bad ones that resonate with you. Isn't that the truth, chat? Chat, I'm feeling really thirsty. And not for the seltzer. The seltzer water's gone. We're gonna dig in some water now. Yeah, water's not really quenching the thirst either. I wonder if we might need to upgrade here. It is the first build of 2021 after all. And it is technically a personal build. Although it's not. I don't know. It's my keyboard and prototype switches, so. Soju. I was thinking maybe doing like a Maker's Manhattan. I don't have any soju in the house, but chat, did I pose? I didn't. I had some bulgogi beef for dinner tonight. That was absolutely incredible. You ready for this, chat? What's it here? Here we go. Let me get this image. Oh yeah, it looks so good. Ooh, God, chat. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cook up some more of this after stream tonight. Oh yeah. Just looking at it right now makes me hungry. Oh, it looks so good. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Vegetarians in chat have all left. Let's see how many vegans in chat. Let's see if any of my 57 viewers right now are about to dip. Oh yeah. Oh, it was so good. So you know, I'm no chef. That is Costco seasoned, spiced, and marinated bulgogi beef. Costco. So if you have a Costco by you, go and get it because it is incredible. Costco's pre-made food department is actually really good. I've known that for some time. That's not in question. But I had not had their bulgogi beef yet. And so today was the first day I saw that. My wife actually saw it. I had just heard of it. I was like, hey, when you're going to Costco, make sure you keep an eye peeled for this because one of my colleagues had told me about it and said it was pretty good. A guy I trust, a guy I go to Korean barbecue spots with. And so she texted me, was like, I found it today. And so naturally I've already had 2 portions of it. I'm probably gonna have a 3rd after stream tonight. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna get some kimchi. Yeah, the first portion I had of it, I had she brought home some lettuce as well, so I had a little lettuce wrap. And I think I didn't have any kimchi like I said. Not really any pickled anything, but yeah, the onions in that were pretty good. And so yeah, I basically just seared all that up and made a couple lettuce wraps. And then I had it on rice for dinner. But yeah, so Costco also carries really good stuffed peppers. The stuffed peppers are pretty good, but their tacos are incredible. Costco's tacos are actually made with their rotisserie chicken. So they pull the chicken right off their rotisserie chicken and then season that with the taco seasoning. And yeah, it's like fresh tortillas that they are making there on site. Like they're good tacos. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, you're lucky, dude. You're really lucky. I could probably reach out to a couple of the spots that are real close to me and see if they're selling that like as a carry out option. They probably would. I actually, since COVID has started, I've actually been going to a couple of the restaurants I like and just buying their meats raw. Like instead of going to like a butcher, I've been going to like, my local restaurants and they've been selling me their like ribeyes and, all their cuts just raw. And I just season it up and throw it on the grill right at my house. It's fantastic. They grill it pretty good there, but my grill is better at home. Grilling up steaks, I'm not a good chef, but when it comes to steaks, I will say that I do a very good job with steaks. Thanks, B-Hawk. I appreciate that. Hydrate there. We're staying hydrated. The halfway PCB water break. There we go. Are we talking about Korean things? I like Korean things. What's up, Jody boy? Yeah, we were just showing off. If you weren't here, we were just showing off my dinner a second ago. There you go. Had a little bulgogi in the house tonight, kimchi, and I was missing the kimchi. That's what I was saying. We were just talking about me needing to find like a local Korean spot that I can go to and actually get some kimchi from, because I don't have any kimchi. Oh yeah, they absolutely should. Wait, you're local too, January? That's right. That's right. Yeah, Annandale's got really good stuff. That's a little bit of a trek for me, but yeah, they've got good stuff for sure. Yeah, just buy everything at Korean Market. I'm very much so missing all the Korean barbecue spots. Of course the food, right? Of course I'm missing the food. But such a big part of going to Korean barbecue is just sitting there for hours in the good company of friends, It's definitely two things I'm missing. But man, I'd say just as much as my friends, I'm probably missing the food, maybe even more so. I'm a bad friend. Whatever. I don't care. I said it. There, I said it. DC meetup after party. Oh, I'm so down. We tried to go actually to a Korean barbecue spot after DC meetup in 2019. However, it's a really hot spot that Zach wanted to go to, and he didn't make a reservation. And so, admittedly, we failed there a little bit. So we ended up at Beppo del whatever the name, Beppo del something. I can't remember the name of that Italian spot. It's like a chainy sort of Italian spot. It's pretty bad. But we were able to get a table for like 15 people there. No reservation or anything. So whatever, it worked. Walking distance of the venue too. So it worked in a pinch. Have you tried it? Oh yeah, there you go. I'm not. Yeah, so someone, who is it that's running it again, Raz? I forgot already. It was somebody in Lulz's server that's running it though. Oh, now I am hungry too. I already ate kimchi and I am still hungry looking at that image. I have a chat redemption for hydration, but I need a chat redemption apparently now for bulgogi. We need a bulgogi break redemption command. Do you have a mukbang chat command, Kimchi? Can people make you eat things? Yeah, dude, you should. I missed it. Have you tried? Have you tried one? With the UHMWP plates? I don't think so. I was just trying to think back on old builds. If I had, it was probably confused with a PC plate. I think the most exotic plastic plate I built with lately was Palm. I built with a Palm plate a couple of builds ago. And by a couple builds ago, I mean a couple months ago. I think it was in probably like October that we built with a Palm plate. I'm not remembering though. If you'd asked me what build it was, I'm not remembering. Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly, Kimchi. Just have a couple of options for him to select. Cooking and keyboard stream. But yeah, we were chatting though, like one of the greatest things that I've started doing since COVID started was utilizing my local restaurants as a butcher shop. And so I get my ribeyes now from a local restaurant I like, and I think I do a better job grilling it than I get, at the restaurant. I always make sure my temperature is, oh, you know what it is, Raz? It might be a tad loud, you think? Or it might be me being low. I didn't check the sound settings on this before I started. Hold on one second. Let me go, because my computer restarted again. My Windows recording settings has a tendency of turning this level down. Oh no, that's good. That level looks good. Let me check over here too. Before you turn me... No, that's good too. Is my microphone just too far away? Let me turn this down a little bit. I'll turn it down 2 decibels. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let me know if that's better. That's the best looking keyboard streamer. What's up? What did I miss? Hey! I didn't mean to flip it that quick, but hey, it works. That's all you get. Just a little tip. Not much though. We started getting into like a little review of the TTC switch that we're working with here tonight. This is one of 2 reviewed units that have gone out. The other have gone to Wildcat. So these are the TTC clicky switches we're working on tonight, and we're putting them into a whale keyboard. We are rebuilding my personal whale keyboard with clicky switches. It's perfect, just like a hair flip. Nice. So we were trying to decide, am I the best person to review a clicky switch or the worst? Because I admittedly have not tried many clicky switches. With the exception of Alps Blue switches, I don't think I will ever have a personal build of a set of clicky switches in my arsenal. Now, does that make me the best reviewer for a set of clicky switches? Because if I am drawn to these switches and decide to keep them built up in this whale, that has to speak volumes about the products. Am I right? Or am I the worst because I have no experience with any other clicky switches, and so when people in chat ask me, hey, how does this compare to the box white? I have to say, I don't know. I've never tried the box whites before. You've never used box jades? I mean, I've tested box jades. I've never used them, no. I would not say I've used box jades. I know box jades are the loudest. They're among the most loud of the clicky switches, and they do have a very tactile bump. These are not like that at all. The tactility of these is much more similar to like an Ergo Clear or like an MX Brown. Kind of like a Mod M or Ergo Clear, probably. Similar in that realm. It's a much lighter tactile. It's very nice. It's pretty smooth too. For tuning these, I opened them up. I used some DuPont dry lube on the springs, which is the exact way I tuned Alps Blue. I did a total of 3 coatings on the springs. I bag lubed them twice, and then I emptied them all out, put them on a paper towel, and then I sprayed them again a 3rd time, and then I let them sit. I let them sit out on the counter for a couple hours, and then I put them all back together. And that was it. That was all there was to it. The tuning of the switch was very easy. It took me the actual lubing probably took me about 5 minutes. It was basically just as long as it took me to take them all apart and put them all back together. And TTC sends you quite a nice box to put them all together in. And so I didn't even use my switch modding station. I just put them all right back together in that box. Yeah, I agree with you though. The real flippy, or the real lippy, or their lippy. I can continue. Theria lippy. Thuria lippy, or is it thoroughly ippy? What other variants can I do? Maybe it's Ippilia wreath backwards. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting started. What other variants of your name can I come up with? The real Ippy. The real Lippy. Where are all the fake ones, though? Man's got a whole crew, an entourage, if you will, of counterfeit lippies just running amok. I mean, you're not partnered. How do we know you're not a fake lippy? Oh, man says all with Kobe. Wow. Yikes. Yikes. Baited him into a little helicopter ride, did ya? Well, this humor just took a dark turn. Yeah, because people would be looking at you like the Remming oats. Who's Remming? The Remming oats. The Remming oat MK. the reaming oat. You just missing an A? Did you misspell reaming? kind of a weird fetish you got there, bro. Man's out here reaming oats. Yikes. All right, chat. Let's get back on track. This is a Christian stream. All right, let's see how many atheists leave my channel now after that one. We're currently at 56 viewers. Let's see how many people were atheists that drop out. Christian stream. I'm out, dude. I'll see you fucking there. The most popular of the reading oats. There we go. That's what's up. I know that's the truth. All right, let's turn the fan back off, see if we lose anything here. All right, let's see here. Whoa. We had a full shift, but it looks like everything is still here. Did you see that, chat? Did everything look like it just shifted and got a little crazy there for a minute? All right, properties, and we're back. Now you can hear ambient noise. Oh yeah, if that's your thing. Ambient noise is back, chat. And it doesn't sound like I'm underwater anymore, so that's cool. That's my personal favorite. All right, let's plug this in and test them. See if these things even work. Ooh, they do work. Let's see if all of them work. Ooh, did I not? I might have missed a pin. That was one of the 4 corners. This guy's a function key, if I remember correctly. I think I missed a pin. Yep, I only did one of the 2. The last pin. This is definitely Max's best stream of the year. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, we've got a big selection of them to choose from. I think you're right, though. This has been a quality evening so far. If y'all are enjoying yourselves, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and troll as much as or as little as you like. All right. Let's go ahead and tin our tip. Always tin your tips after use, chat. This testing is too chaotic for me. What was that, too quick? Do you test a little slower? All right. Voila. Here it is, chat. We're all loaded up. Let me get rid of these blanks. These resin-infused blanks. Just little bits and pieces of flux all over the place on this guy. There we are. I've rebuilt this thing with the C3 stabilizers too, so the stabilizers will be definitely better than those GMK pieces of garbola that we had on this from earlier. So that will at least, at the bare minimum, be an improvement. Let's see how much we like the case, or not the case, the switches though. Am I gonna change the pace with the clickies? You know, it's something different, right? I mean, it's a whole community of clicky enthusiasts who are just quiet because their switches do all the talking for them. You know, they say what you want about my clickies. I don't need to defend them. They're loud enough as it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I doubt it. What, that there's not a community of clicky enthusiasts out there? You might be right. Who knows? What I do know is that the Wow Stick is a phenomenal product. I've really enjoyed having this on my desk. And I'm not even sponsored by those guys yet. Are you a gamer if you don't use clickies? I mean, that's the question right there. I mean, I guess you could call yourself one. In theory, you are potentially able to game without clickies, but you're not maximizing your efficiency, your speed, your velocity if you're not using something that doesn't scream to your neighbors that you are the apex predator. Alright. So, we got this guy right here, this guy right here, Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. The Heine PCB. It never fails. We are in there, chat. We are in there, and just as I thought, we jacked it up because we put WinKey on a WinKeyless keyboard. Yeah, it's a dented stream for 2021. Let's go ahead and pull those off. Yo, what's up, Alex? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You got a little bit of a longer one. Oh, yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back. All right. Oh, that's like me racing him to get a better mustache. Alex had such a... I made a valiant effort, but Alex had such a good head start on me. The mustache is looking glorious. What's that commercial? I think it was like an insurance commercial with Alec Baldwin where he's like, beard growing contest, go! It's like... Pfft. I think. Does that sound right? I think it was Alec Baldwin. All right. You know what? Let's just hope we don't get any flux flying everywhere. Let's just get these guys out. That one's clean. That one's clean. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Classic mix-up. My TKLs have been more standard layout than they have been when keyless as of late too. The end of 2020 was truly a couple of months of no WinKeyless layouts, which is kind of interesting for me. And normally I'm all about that WinKeyless life. All right, let's tune our tip one more time here. Get the solder back in action for just a second. There we go. There we go. She wasn't a fan, you say? Well, I can't tell you I'm surprised. As a man who knows all too well the displeasing gaze of his wife looking at his facial hair, I am not surprised, sir. All right. Let me, before I completely put everything away, I've only halfway put things away. Make sure these two guys come out. There we go. That's the difference we needed. We ended up with more TTCs than we needed. There we go. There we go. Now we're back on track. And now we should be able to see what this whale looks like all put back together. Boom. Oh yeah. Not a bad look though, Chad, am I right? I mean, come on. It's kind of a cool little pop of color to this guy. I figured these would look good with the purple. I think I was right. What do you think, Chad? I didn't want to say anything until I saw it. But I think I was right. I think the purple with yellow is pretty good. Let's put this one up to a vote, Raz. Start 2021 off right. Get the keycap set off of her a vote. I think we should put Taro in the vote tonight. So let's load up a poll, if you would please for me, Raz. Let's load up a poll with Taro. Let's do Analog Dreams. Let's do, and I don't know if you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say let's not do Violet on Cream because we did that on this guy before and the pictures turned out glorious. It was a fantastic looking board. I will turn your attention to my Instagram if you have not seen it. Yeah, I like beige too. Put beige in there, Raz. And then I think that's a pretty good mix. Let's load it up with that, Raz. That sounds good. We don't need to load it up. We don't need to do the clicky pole. Let's just do the, let's do what we've got there. I think that'll be good. Yeah, if you look at Instagram, I did have this same whale built up with violet on cream, and it did turn out smashing. It turned out really nice. But I don't want to do that again. I already pictured this thing with violet on cream. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's do something different. Man's using a drill to plug in a couple of screws into a polycarbonate case. Imagine. For those of you who are nervous, I am probably going to torque these by hand once I get close. So don't worry. I'm just getting them started. There we go. This actually does a really nice job of not over torquing things, but with a polycarbonate case, I still don't know if I would trust it. Yep, there it is. The poll is up, top of chat. Go ahead and vote for the keycap set you would like to see on this board tonight. You've got your choice of Analog Dreams, Taro, or beige. I think beige would be really good too. People gravitate towards the color. People like the color, Raz. I think beige would look good. Maybe I'll do an OnlyFans shoot with the beige just for you, Raz. Didn't Nathan Kim make an OnlyFans page, and he started taking photos of nude keyboards? Am I imagining that, or didn't he do that? I thought he did. This would be like an OnlyFans picture. Teha pipes. Yeah, that's so funny. Alright. Voila. Alright, so it looks like the poll is done. We're using Taro tonight. Sorry, Raz. Just make sure nothing's bottoming out here before I get it loaded up. Mangoes! What's up, brother? There we go. Looking good. Looking groovy. All right, let's bust open some Taro. In before like every piece of this is in pieces all over the place. What do you think? Is that what we're gonna find here, chat? I have a feeling all these keycaps are just every which way inside here. You're tired? Well then go to bed, Mangoes. What's up, brother? Why are you so tired, dude? Yeah, this will be fun. I think this will turn out okay. Oh yeah, it's enough of a pop. The purples are gonna be kind of funky. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. The keycaps aren't strewn all over the place, so that's a positive. We've got that going for us tonight here, chat. Yeah, yep, I hear that. I too have got to wake up fairly early for work tomorrow, so I'm not going too ham tonight. Who knows? Maybe we'll have something to celebrate with a KWK win. Let's see if I have any updates in PayPal yet. Hopefully, I'm not dossing myself. Nothing yet. I don't know if he's sending out invoices tonight. I might be shit out of luck. We'll see. It's almost 6 in the morning here, just lubing. What else is there to do? So long. Oh, dude. Well, I mean, there's sleep. Do you go to sleep really early though? If you go to sleep early, I get it. What do you think, chat? Do you like this combo? This purple? Do you think it's okay? I think it's kind of cool. I think this will look pretty neat, actually. I don't know if I was gonna like that purple or not. I don't know. It's definitely kind of tough. There's definitely some purples in here. I'm gonna reserve my final judgment until after we get it loaded up here. It's definitely got some color to it, that's for sure. No one can say we didn't start 2021 off with something nice, light, and colorful, though. Let it be said that Max has never put on a beige key set in the year of 2021. Or Wob. Not this guy. Not this guy. This guy, not in the entire year has he put on any beige key sets. So how is that from start to 2021? Normally I'm known for putting nothing but beige on things. Raz, it's funny, like a lot of times people won't even I won't even give them the option. I'll be like, nah, we're putting beige on this tonight. People are like, hey, so what kind of keycaps you want to put on? And like they start to talk amongst themselves about like what colorways. I'll be like, yeah, we're doing beige or Wob with the Aru. The latest example was the Aru TKL. People were like, what are we gonna put on for the keycaps tonight? And they were talking. I'm like, and when we got to that part, I was like, I'm gonna do Wob. We're doing Wob tonight, chat. I hope you like that. Oh my goodness. That's right, mangoes. Putting some WAP on that keyboard. Okay, buddy. So, speaking of, not WAP, but mangoes. Dude, where are you at right now, brother? Are you in Florida again? What's the word? I know you were going through a little trouble. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. Are you, I don't know, are you an Eagles fan, Mangoes? Oh, nice, there we go. That's exciting. I am sad, dude. My wife is an Eagles fan. We've talked about that, I think. I think we've talked about that. So we're a house divided over here. I haven't, you know I'm missing a game tonight. You know the heresy I'm committing right now. I honestly forgot that. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I honestly forgot that we had a game tonight. Both teams look bad. Yeah, like from what I was being told, Alex Smith looked pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, we were looking okay for a little bit there. We had a nice little defensive run for a bit. I don't know if I should have done the more colorful enter keys. Those enter and escape keys are so fun. Should we mix it up, chat? Should we change it and put those yellow or teal keys on this, or should we keep it? Should we keep it uniform? What say you, chat? How much did you pay for this? Nothing. What do you mean? What do you mean? How much did I pay for the keycaps or the keyboard, or how much would this cost you if it were retail? Yellow, just like the stems. Ooh, now that is the key. I agree with that. So this keyboard ran for a group buy price of somewhere in like the $500 range. Where's my puller though? Is it in here somewhere? Where's my puller? Is it in here? This board aftermarket would probably cost you, like everything you see here with the keycaps and the everything would probably cost you I think whales are trending up right now. I think they're probably like, I think whales are actually $1,200 to $1,300 these days. Taro's probably running you about a $300 these days for base kit. I don't know, and I just say that, it just surprises me, but I just say that because I feel like everything is $300. I feel like every GMK set is just $300. This is a switch puller I don't ever use. And I don't like it, but I don't know where my switch puller is. I want Tempest to make me a switch puller. Tempest, where are you, brother? Oh, Taro gets shipped with an F13 key. That's kind of legit. And then the switches are probably, now I don't know, admittedly, I don't know what they are running these switches for. So these are prototype switches that we have built with that in order to be transparent, I did receive these prototype copies for no cost to myself. So Helix, when I built up the Aero TKL, also asked me if I would be interested in testing these switches. And of course I said yes to that. And yeah, so we built these guys up here. Kind of as like a review and a prototype look at these switches. I found my keycap puller. This is the one I was using before. So again, here's your look at the boxing for these guys. The TTC keyboard switches. So it's a Chinese manufacturer. Here's the top of the box. They come actually with a tray too on top of this to hold all the switches in place. I just don't know where. I don't know where I placed that. I was tuning them earlier today and I had the tray off. It's somewhere around my house, but yeah, they come to you shipped like this. And they're nice, yeah, they're definitely nice. The boxing experience was great. Now from a feel perspective, I really like these. I think they're, for the way of tactiles, this is something more along the lines that I would use. This is not a heavy bump tactile switch. And so, if you are liking more of a lighter tactile, then this TTC switch is pretty cool. It's more of like an Ergo Clear Mod M, Gateron, or like MX Brown, Vintage Brown type of feel to it. So here we go. Let's take a look at it real quick. Yeah, these are clicky switches tonight. The first build of 2020 is a clicky build. So here you go, chat. Say hello to YouTube, everyone. There's a good screenshot there. You can see that whale logo. Looking good. It is. It's a click jacket on this guy. Look at my copper. I'm gonna need to put that in a vinegar bath, like Jax was saying, to turn it like a greenish blue tarnish. That thing would look so cool. I love the green PCB too. We've got some colors on this guy. We have got some colors on this guy. No. I was busy. Yo, Tempest. I need to get rid of this and get a little something more interesting on my desk. Vinegar will strip it. No, not vinegar. What is it that Jack said? Jack said put something on it. I can't remember. He said bathe it in something. But yeah, I wanna get it looking jag. Get some liquid ammonia, fill a small tub with it, and suspend the piece. Okay. Yeah, maybe it was ammonia. Maybe that's what he said to do with it. Alright. So let's get some sounds going on here. Let me move this over a little bit. And now this guy should have the clearance it needs. Okay. I think we turned a little bit on this. There we go. That looks better. Okay. Nope, I liked it over one more. There we go. Alright, so the mods. Let's listen to the mods first. This is an aluminum plate that it's paired with right now. I feel like that's better, right? That looks better there. I could have just put these stabilizers on here stock. No one would have ever known if they were rattling. Not gonna lie, they're not as offensive as I thought they would be. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Definitely not as offensive as what I thought they would be. Here we go, here's me gaming with them. Alright, let's load up a sounds test. Oh my god. Let's load up sounds. Here we go. We need to get a new look for our monkey type chat. I don't like it. I don't like what we've got going on right now. We need a new monkey type look. Let's switch it up. We're gonna take time, we're gonna do it now. I don't know if I want to do taro. I don't think I want to do taro for it. Let's see what taro looks like though. Oh, for this set, sure. Let's just do it for right now. There we go. Oh my god. Are you ready, chat? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. it's almost distracting. Oh my God. And I implore you to try and not bottom these out. I can't not bottom that out. So the feel is just as I mentioned. It's kind of like an ergo clear to a vintage brown. I mean, yeah, they're really smooth. It's a nice bump. It's a nice light bump. The problem I have with it is just I'm bottoming them out so easily. I feel like that's causing me to typo. I can get used to this. Hold on. We can do this. Not too bad. It is high pitched. Those don't sound. I'm getting a couple of surprised people in chat right now. Like, those don't sound awful for clickies. I don't hate it. Nice. Yeah. So the spring weight on these guys. Do they have it on the box? Did they tell me? It's light. I think these are like a 55 gram, if not maybe even like the window's closed. I think these are like a 55 to a 45 gram spring. They're very light. And so I'll get the exact specs for when I release it, the YouTube review for them. I'm gonna do mainly like a build vlog, a couple of like little views of the switch, some macro and some B-roll, and we'll keep it pretty short for that one. Next stream rebuild. No, I'll probably chill with this for a little bit. What budget build would you recommend to someone starting out? The Portico, which is running right now, or the Ramakera, which I think is still running. That might have just ended. Or the Novelty 65. Those are all good builds. We did a couple of giveaways for the Portico in this channel. TKC is running that one. It's a good one. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do better than 111. What type test is this? This is monkey type. So, yeah, so sounds, of course, as always, formulate your own opinion. My microphone captures a pretty good, realistic profile of what you can expect for the sounds of the keyboard. I have a good amount of money invested into the sound of these things, so it should capture that pretty well. So I don't really talk much on like my opinions of sound. It's a clicky switch though, it's not something I generally gravitate towards. I'll use it, I'll see what I feel of it. I'm going to do a longer sort of like, I'm going to rate to put the YouTube video up till probably next week. I'm going to do a couple of days on this keyboard and see how it sits with me. I do feel like I'm bottoming out a little too easily on this switch. And this is coming from a guy who uses light switches. I don't know if it's the sound. I don't know if I'm waiting to hear the sound and then stopping my key press. I don't know if that has something to do with it, or if it maybe is more to do with just it being so light and it having such a small travel path after the tactile bump. I'm not sure. Normally I do pretty good without bottoming out, and I think I was typoing a couple times because I was bottoming out on the switch. So anyways, yeah, it was a fun build though. I think it looks really cool. Taro, what do you guys think of Taro on this whale? It's kind of an interesting color combo. I'm gonna photograph this guy for sure. We'll have some fun with it. So anyways, who should we rate tonight, chat? And any last questions, I should say, too. Anyone have any questions before we call it a night, so to say? You've got my undivided attention now. What can I answer for you? Thanks, Theremin. I appreciate that, brother. Budget kit that requires soldering? Yeah, those same answers apply. So for the Cara Portico and for the Novel Key 65, you can get a solder or a hot swap build for those. Yeah, thanks, Mangoes. And yeah, mate 604, get to sleep, brother. Helix Lab. Oh, good to see you. Actually, I'll extend stream for another couple of minutes. We just actually completed the build. I think the sounds pleasantly surprised a lot of non-clicky fans here tonight, Helix. I think that's a good assumption. I had a couple people in chat as I was doing my typing tests of it, doing a couple of not 180s, I wouldn't say, but doing a couple of man, this sounds really good for so yeah, no, absolutely. So we did have a question earlier, Helix, about the spring weight. And I don't think I got those details from you before we went live. Also, the Real Lippy, we have got the A6500 for the top-down, Sony A6500. I'm using full Sigma lenses for the build. So I've got the 24x70 for my face cam, and then I have the 14-24 for my overhead lens. You can find all of that info in the link down below as well, in the Gear IU section. So I was talking about the feel of them too, Rico. I found that the tactile bump and smoothness of the switch was quite nice, and all I did on this guy was just do some DuPont dry lube on the springs. I found that it was controlled, but I found that there was a bit of switch spring ping on the springs by default, and so I just used a bit of DuPont dry lube, which is the same thing I do for Alps Blues, and so that is what we did to get rid of that, and that worked well. I haven't gotten any ping on these switches. It's just that clicky sound from the click jacket. Yeah, and I'll wait a couple minutes, Rico, if you knew what that spring weight was, and then we were actually just about to call it an evening here on this one. 10 out of 10 review. Hey man, I'll take that from Theremin. What else do you add in your reviews that I've left off? I've talked about the feel. We didn't really go over force curves or anything like that. One more type test. Yeah, sure, we can do one more. Wobble comparisons. That's true. Let's see if the switch wobbles. I don't think I've seen much of that. Yeah, it doesn't really wobble too much. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see that. I don't really have any wobble on this guy. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Rika. Oh, perfect. The force curve. Okay, there we go. There we go. This is even better. Here we go. So there's the force curve for the key, or for the switch, chat. Yeah. So as I was assuming, a lighter switch. Thanks, January. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was actually kind of as we were dressing it up in taro. I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but I think I actually do like taro on this purple. It's kind of funny. That's one funky looking force curve. Yeah, so the pressure point, then you have a drop off. It actuates somewhere in that drop off, and then the reset point slightly below that. Yeah, so and the tactile, the largest part of the tactile bump coming at about 60. So yeah, 55 wasn't a bad guess, I don't think, either. I think that's pretty much spot on. So yeah, so we'll do one more typing test here real quick. Let's go here. Yep. Yeah, so I was pretty much, man. You guys think I've typed on a couple of keyboards? Just from typing on it, I can feel that's somewhere in like the 45 to 50 gram. So I was pretty damn on the money. All right, we'll do another typing stats test here, chat. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and mute music for you. I'm gonna take my headset out again, and we'll put my microphone down and around. There we are. The sound on the aluminum plate is really solid. Hey, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime there. Is that S chat DPat? Without any capitalizations, I don't know how that name is pronounced. But thank you very much. I appreciate the Twitch Prime. That's what I was figuring it was, but I was just trying to keep it. I was just trying to keep it a friendly stream. Now I know. I love it. It's a bold move, Rico. Sending the guy who builds just about everything exclusively with linear switches, some clicky switches. So this is the first clicky build I've had. I was talking to Chad earlier, since I built up my TGR Jane V2 with Alps Blue. And so I was just saying to Chad, I'm gonna let this settle on me. I'm going to, like a fine wine or a steak, I'm just gonna marinate in these clicky switches for the next couple of days. And so then when I start putting everything all together in my final thoughts, I'll have a little bit of a more encompassing view on them. But my initial impressions is I do like the feel. They're very, very smooth. The tactile bump is nice and light, similar to an Ergo Clear. I'm not sure though if the bottoming out of the switch that I'm finding is due more to where it clicks or where the tactile bump and the actuation point kicks in. There's something there though that I'm finding. I'm kind of bottoming out the switch in a weird way, but it's very smooth. And yeah, I mean, the feel of it overall, I like. I just need to get used to how it bottoms out a little bit and see if, as I get used to it, if I can stop. Obviously, typing on it for the first time, I've done 3 typing tests on it. I'm not going to be used to it immediately, especially considering I haven't really been on a tactile, let alone a clicky tactile, in God, probably a year. So I was joking with Chad, I was like, am I the worst person to send a clicky switch review to, or am I the best? Because if I end up liking it, then you know it's something that you got here on your hands that's in a good way. So anyways, we had fun with it at the end of the day regardless. Big shout out and thank you to Helix Labs for giving us this opportunity to build this guy up with these prototype switches. Again, the build tonight has, if I can plug my keyboard back in, the build tonight has the information on Helix's store, the helix.site. Then again too, Rico, as you told me, I've been telling people as they've been doing the build command that the website is still under construction. So keep checking back in on that, but that is where you will find the buys for both the Eru TKL as well as, if I'm not mistaken, the TTC switches for us Westerners. So I mean, definitely, I'd say if you're into clicky switches, definitely something you want to consider. And maybe if you're feeling adventurous, something you might want to have a look at. So, all right, we were just at our 3-hour mark though. Not that I put time limits on this thing, but we're done with the build. And so I was actually just about to find somebody to raid. While I'm doing that, yeah, and thank you, Rico. Thank you as well. I really appreciate that. And absolutely, as you check the VOD, let me know. Yeah, if there's anything else that I missed that I can elaborate more on when I do future content on it, let me know. Hopefully I didn't miss anything though. So hopefully we're good there. So let's see about any final questions too. Now that Rico is here in chat, if you have any questions that we haven't answered already, feel free to @ me or Helix Lab, and we can get those questions taken care of. I think we got everything though. They're raised. They're raised on that case, Theremin. Yeah, they're raised on the Eru, and they are clean. They are very clean. Chat, you want to see something? I haven't shown these to anyone, with the exception of a couple people yet. You want to see a little teaser of the Eru that we built up the other day? Here's a quick little teaser image that'll show that off quite nicely. Here you go, chat. So that's one of the pictures I just took of the Eru we did the other night. So as you can see, those inscriptions, which are so clean, yeah, those guys are raised. The CNC on this thing is absolutely incredible. So yeah, really impressed with this. Had a lot of fun photographing it. Yeah, really cool. So, yep, consider the Eru TKL as well. Right there at the helix.site website as well. That'll be going live here pretty soon, right, Rico? Yeah. Oh, this thing is so cool. Yeah, this, if you haven't seen the Eru TKL yet, it is really quite a piece of work. Here you go. Here's the weight for it. So, and one thing I noticed too that I didn't picture when I was photographing the board was the rear of it. So there's actually an LED strip on the rear of the keyboard as well. It's pretty cool. So, hey, as I always say with people in this hobby, overspending is never a good thing. Always spend within your means. But hey, if this is up your alley, consider the Eru TKL. I think that's how we all phrase it, right? Consider this. Could that be considered cultural appropriation? Are all those design machines right? Isn't that going to cause a lot in machine time? So I think, Enrico, what is your average manufacturing time on these? Is the CNC detailed work, is that slowing things down? Yeah, I would assume it would. Yeah, I mean, in a normal board you can CNC in a couple of hours, right? I mean, and those top boards, those top parts of the case are going to take a little bit. I mean, there's a lot, as you can see, there's a lot of detail in this guy. So it's going to take a bit longer for that machine to cut that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Not as much as you'd think. I think you're targeting mid 400s for this, right, Helix? I keep saying Helix. Targeting mid 400s for this, right, Rico? I mean, when I saw the pricing for something this detailed, I mean, it had me pull a double take on it. The weight alone takes about 3 hours. Yeah, wow. I mean, right? I mean, it is definitely, it's definitely something special, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, yeah, so sub 470-ish right now. Yep. Yep. So, I mean, that might be subject to change a little bit, Chad. I mean, yeah, you can't expect to hold them to that, but I mean, you're targeting, in and around a $500 piece when all is said and done, if not sub $500. So, it's pretty spot on for most things you're seeing on the market these days, and instead, you're getting quite an interesting looking piece here. I mean, this is something that's pretty damn neat. I mean, I haven't seen anything like it coming off the shelves. I mean, you're typically, to get this level of detail, you're typically sending this to somebody to do a custom engrave on it for you. The only person I've seen do this is Apsuni on Instagram. So, like, Apsuni is a pretty cool designer. Not designer, but he does custom work. If you haven't seen this guy, he does incredible engrave work on keyboards, among other things. You can see him doing work here on knives. Here's a keyboard that he did. I'm so sorry for the limited ability to focus in detail, but this is the Athena project that he worked on for Jay from Top Clack. So, I mean, this is all custom. I mean, that's you taking a TX keyboard and sending it over to this guy, and he's, of course, charging a premium on top of it. I mean, that's a pricey thing to do. This is a very, very expensive thing to do. He is not cheap. I mean, he's an artisan. I mean, he does this thing. He etches these designs in by hand. you're getting something like that CNC'd from a manufacturer off the assembly line for sub $500. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. I mean, yeah, the price point on this, absurd when you take that into consideration. So really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. As always, I'll just say consider it if it's something that's up your alley. Very cool product though, in my opinion. I have nothing but good things to say about it. It has a great sound signature. Of course, the quality and everything, as I've seen it coming in, has looked really, really good. So very good stuff overall. So anyways, Rico, thank you so much for joining us here for a little bit, though. I really appreciate that. I was happy you were able to get in while we're still alive. Gian, how's it going, brother? Hello to you. You guys are actually, man, all the homies are coming in right at a bad time. I was just about to end stream, and now Gion's here too. What's good, Gian? I say Gian, right? Gian. I keep mispronouncing it. I'm always doing that. Gian. I apologize. All right. Oh yeah, so this is gonna show off more of his engraved work on his blog. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's, God, he does some incredible stuff. I just want to see this real quick. What in the world? Oh my God. Chat, are you looking at this? This is incredible. Like, absurd. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Apsuni is an absolute wizard, dude. He is an absolute wizard. Thank you for sharing that, Gian. All right, we need to find somebody to raid. He's a famous engraver. Yeah, I shout him out every time we start getting on these topics. He's done so many cool keyboards, I think, that look so cool. Have you sent anything to him, Gian? Jinte? Is Jinte doing that kind of work as well, Raz? I think any TKL recommendations for under $600 can go up to $800 retail, of course. Yeah, I mean, well, Beazle, we were just looking at the Eru. The Eru is coming to a Western group buy here very shortly, and that does come highly recommended. I mean, and I'll tell you in full disclosure, admittedly, I was sent that review unit free of charge. Now, I hope you can trust my unbiased nature, and that I'm going to give you my honest opinions on it. But I'm very impressed with that board. So consider the Eru if you're looking at something in that price point, for sure. Here it is again. These are the photographs I took of the unit I was just sent. I built mine up with cream Paca switches. I thought it turned out quite nicely. Here's the reverse of it. I did a little close up of the weight. There's the reverse right there. Very, very nice design. I've had good luck with it. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna look at that price point, that opens you up to a lot of things if you're looking at group buy prices. If you're looking at aftermarket, you'll be incredibly stymied with the number of things that you can find. You were saying Ray Jintai? Oh, okay. Yeah, let me take a look there. So anyways, yeah, I mean, that would be a good thing to look into. Anyways, I was just about to end stream, and so if you're looking for more recommendations along those lines, I absolutely recommend you just join up us in Discord. If you guys have any questions with anything we've gone over so far tonight, feel free to join us. Shout it out in chat, and I'm always conversing with people. We love We love talking keyboards, photography, and video in Discord. So feel free to join in. Yeah, I just might go get some more bulgogi. It's so good. The only problem is I'm gonna like eat through the entirety of it in like 24 hours. I'm definitely going in on it for lunchtime tomorrow too. Alright, so what is Jintei doing? He's a League player, right? Is he doing something with keyboards? Ah, yes he is. Yeah, Jintei. I don't think I've ever raided him before. Yeah, we'll raid Jintei. Good call. I need to follow him as well. So I'm gonna do that and raid him. There we go. How about them? Alright, so everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Appreciate that. Let me go here. Let me set up the raid here real quick, chat. Don't go anywhere. We've got a cool raid incoming. It looks like Jintei has completed perhaps a build. And he's doing some typing sounds tests right now on what looks like a Matrix 1.2. So he might be coming to a close as well, but looks like a cool guy. So we'll go ahead and toss him some support. We haven't raided him ever, and yeah, let's hit him with the new Terminator. Or no, that Terminator remote's not one of ours, so we can't hit him with that one. What should we hit him with, chat? Let's hit him with the show me. Should I bust out the yo-yo? Does he yo-yo? That's absolutely it then. Hit him with the bust out the yo-yo. There it is, chat. Let's do a copy on this. Bust out the yo-yo. Alright, let's do it. There's the spam, chat. We're raiding them now. There's the spam. We got it. Let's do this. Bust out the yo-yo. I like it. Alright, brothers. Thank you so much again. We will see you guys probably on Wednesday. I don't think I'm going to stream Monday night. I might be off tomorrow, but I'll let y'all know in Discord either way. But maybe Monday night, if we do Monday night at 9 p.m. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you at some point this week for sure. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.